As everyone now recognizes, media polling was election interference in the truest sense of that word by powerful special interests. These fake polls were designed to keep our voters at home, create the illusion of momentum for Mr. Biden. It's never been used to the extent that it's been used on this last election.
The importance of the media's power and influence can only be fully appreciated through a complete understanding of who or what the media are. The industry of mass media is big business. Ownership of the primary mass media in this country is generally in the hands of giant corporate conglomerates that are engaged in various media and non-communication business ventures. The majority of national news coverage comes from only a few sources, known as the big media, consisting of ABC, NBC, CBS, PBS, CNN, The New York Times, The Washington Post, which also publishes Newsweek magazine, The Wall Street Journal, Gannett, which publishes various papers, including USA Today, Time magazine, Associated Press, AP, and United Press International, UPI. Most local newspapers receive national stories from the AP and UPI wire services. Many commentators are concerned that the wealthy and politically powerful of society dominate or monopolize dialogue. Critics contend that a class of media elites, composed of owners, producers, and managers, has emerged to determine which messages reach the public. Access to the media is essential to effectively communicate a political belief to a significant number of viewers, listeners, or readers. However, the present state of the mass media, consisting of a few large monopolies, makes it nearly impossible for unpopular views to be heard in the marketplace, which brings us to the agenda-setting theory. Agenda-setting theory describes the ability of the news media to influence the salience of topics on the public agenda. That is, if a news item is covered frequently, the audience will regard the issue as more important. In reality, mass media only shows the audience what it comprehends as an important issue. Print or broadcast news will then take away the audience's ability to think for themselves. Therefore, the big media can and will influence public opinion.
What kind of country we're going to be? 4 more years of Georgia, is going to find ourselves in a position where if Trump gets elected, we're going to be in a different world.
As you can see there, Biden appears to struggle to remember Donald Trump's name during an interview on Sunday. And there are many examples of that. It seems to be an instinct across the Trump-disliking media to push back against negative news about Biden, whether the journalists believe it's true or not, because it might be damaging to Biden's chances of winning the election. True information has been scrubbed or deranked, either by platforms or by a confederation of press outlets whose loyalty to the Democratic Party far now overshadows its obligation to inform. Now, there is another method big media uses to influence public opinion, and this is known as adversarial journalism, or gotcha journalism. Gotcha journalism can include various methods, such as moving away from the agreed-upon interview topic, or switching to an embarrassing subject that was agreed to be out of bounds. Interviewers might also confront interviewees with prepared material designed to contradict or discredit their positions. Gotcha journalism is often designed to keep the interviewee on the defensive by forcing them to explain some of their own statements taken out of context, thus effectively preventing the interviewee from clearly presenting their position.
I say that because I need to discredit you, but that's what you told me.
You've discredited yourself.
I didn't want to have this kind of angry...
Of course you did.
No, I didn't.
Of course you did.
No, I didn't.
Well, then you don't ask Joe Biden. I see Joe Biden giving softball after softball. I've seen all of his interviews. He's never been asked a question that's hard.
Okay, but...
This type of journalism is always premeditated and used to defame or discredit interviewees by portraying them as self-contradictory, malevolent, unqualified, or immoral. This effect is also achieved by replaying selected quotes from public speeches, followed by hand-picked footage or images that appear to reinforce negative images of the interviewee. We are all aware that we are currently locked in a fact war that is becoming ever more detached from reality. Political debates, when you listen closely to them, are largely made up of one person throwing one set of facts at the other person as they would a punch. It's very seldom that the issues at hand are actually being debated in any real sense. And these days, it seems not to really matter whether you believe in your fact or not. If it suits your agenda, you can use it very effectively as a weapon against your opponent. We understand that certain news outlets are supportive of particular political parties or movements, and that's fine. Just because a newspaper is partisan, that doesn't lessen its quality. But there is a difference between being selective in what you publish and actively misrepresenting reality. The short-term effects of that strategy might be effective, but over the long term, it will chip away further at trust in the media. America's mainstream media might be doing everything they can to get rid of a dangerous president, but in doing so, they are setting a dangerous precedent.